commercial banking, including as chairman of City Bank Nigeria Limited, 2010 to 2022. I think I saw City somewhere. No, right there. Prior to that, most people complain about it. Stringent, aggressive, orthodox monetary policies, which are now beginning to pay dividend. It's resulted in not just inflation control, but also it's winning investors' confidence and bringing investors back to Nigeria. In recognition of his accomplishment in the last 2 years, in 2025, the African Bankers Center named him as the Central Bank Governor of the Year. Mr. Governor, the floor is yours.
Coming out here, which isn't normal, the time of the year that we tend to visit the U.S. And I really thought, well, I hope this is all going to be very, very worth it. But I must say up front that I'm indeed extremely humbled by the quality and caliber of people around the table today. And that tells me that it's very worth it. So please, I'm happy to come here no matter how much is snowing outside. Distinguished President of the U.S. Africa Business Center, Kendra Gaither, the Vice President, Dr. Yao, senior executives, partners, and colleagues. Let me begin by thanking the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and the U.S. Africa Business Center for convening this high-level U.S.-Nigeria Executive Business Roundtable under the U.S.-Nigeria Business Initiative. I am pleased to join this forum for what I expect to be a practical, solutions-oriented conversation focused on strengthening our commercial partnership and scaling bankable projects across priority sectors. Because I do know that these are all private sector people, and that is really what is of interest. Nigeria is approaching this engagement with a very clear message. We are rebuilding macroeconomic credibility, restoring market discipline, and creating a more predictable investment environment. Not as an abstract policy ambition, but as a concrete platform for deeper trade, investment, and long-term partnership with U.S. firms. What do I mean by this? Okay. Basically, what I'm saying here is that the macroeconomic environment has reformed in such a manner that it is now relatively easy for people who want to invest and get returns and repatriate their funds. That in a nutshell is one. In very, very simple terms, that is what that is about. Over the past period, our reform agenda has been anchored on 3 deliverables that matter to investors and markets: price stability, a more functional and transparent foreign exchange market, and stronger financial sector resilience. and that is the case. There is stability and predictability as a result of the reforms that we have undertaken. We will therefore also highlight how Nigeria is moving to accelerate high-impact shovel-ready opportunities, especially in digital cloud infrastructure, rural power solutions, critical minerals, and energy, keep supply chains supported by fiscal and regulatory enablers, and where appropriate, risk-sharing partnerships. This roundtable has also been structured around sector pathways, including digital economy, agribusiness, health and wellness, infrastructure, critical minerals and energy, and banking and financial services to identify concrete opportunities, address bottlenecks, and advance flagship projects. That structure aligns with our own priorities, building a more diversified, productive economy where private investment can scale confidently. And at this point, I think it's also important to say that unlike the past, and I think this is something that is not too well understood, our dependence on oil, has reduced considerably. We've diversified our base, and we find that our balance of payments situation is improving significantly. Yes, indeed. Oil production has gone up. In terms of foreign exchange, the contribution that it makes to foreign exchange, to be frank, hugely diversified. So it's nothing for anybody to lose sleep over, and we certainly don't lose sleep when oil prices go up or go down. At least on the monetary side, we have a diversified enough base to ensure that we can do what needs to be done to keep stability in the economy going. So, today, my own objective is simple: to present a clearer investment narrative for Nigeria, where reforms are restoring stability, where the financial system is being strengthened to support real sector growth, and where partnerships with U.S. firms are specific, actionable, and scalable. After these brief remarks, if I can call them that, I welcome the moderated dialogue and your practical solutions on how U.S. companies can contribute to Nigeria's diversification agenda and help crowding capital across priority sectors. No, I think we're happy to go into the moderated session and certainly cover as much as we can that perhaps may have been missed in this very short address.
Thank you.